Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news in a move that's sending shockwaves through the NFL. The Atlanta Falcons are reportedly eyeing a major upgrade on their defensive front, specifically at the edge position, and the name involved is one that Falcons fans know very well, Trey Hendrickson from the Cincinnati Bengals. This isn't just a rumor. Sources close to the league suggest that the Falcons are making a serious push to acquire Hendrickson, and the trade talks are reportedly focused on a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. It's a bold move, but one that could redefine the Falcons' defense, especially as they look to strengthen their pass rush and bolster their front against divisional rivals like the New Orleans Saints, Panthers, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, why is this move so significant? Well, Hendrickson has been a force in Cincinnati, especially in 2025, where he dominated with 14. 5 sacks, 54 pressures, and a stellar 93. 2 PFF grade. He's a relentless edge rusher, known for his elite burst off the line, his ability to break through double teams, and his knack for creating turnovers. As a player, Hendrickson is a true predator on the edge, and his presence could solve many issues that the Falcons have faced this season, particularly the need for a consistent pass rush. And with the Falcons' recent struggles on defense, especially in stopping the run and pressuring quarterbacks, bringing in a player of Hendrickson's caliber could be a game-changer. The context behind this potential trade is rooted in the Bengals' current cap situation and their ongoing rebuild. Cincinnati, sitting with a negative cap of around $12 million and eyeing a rebuild after a disappointing 6-11 season in 2025, is reportedly exploring options to free up cap space. Hendrickson, with a salary of around $29 million, has become a target because the Bengals are trying to manage their cap and focus on building a younger, more flexible defense. The team is also dealing with extensions for players like Ja'Marr Chase, which is adding to the cap crunch. Plus, with Joe Burrow's offense showing some stagnation, ranking 19th in offense efficiency, and a defense that's allowing 4.6 yards per carry and 28 points per game, the Bengals are looking for ways to shake things up. In fact, the trade rumor gained traction after Adam Schefter confirmed on January 2nd, 2026, that the Bengals are indeed exploring options involving Hendrickson, and the Falcons are front and center in those discussions. If this deal goes through, it would be a massive boost for Atlanta's pass rush, which has been somewhat inconsistent but showed signs of improvement late in the season. The addition of Hendrickson could elevate their sack totals from 40 to closer to 58, making Atlanta's defense considerably more intimidating. His impact would be especially felt alongside Ebakti, who's been developing into a solid edge rusher himself with an 87. 4 PFF grade and 8 sacks in 2025. But what makes Hendrickson such a perfect fit? Well, his profile is that of a true elite edge rusher. He's a player who can break through double teams, win against blockers, and generate pressure consistently. His 14. 5 sacks in 2025 showcase his ability to get after the quarterback, and his pressures, 54 in total, highlight his relentless effort. His win rate of nearly 40% and his ability to disrupt plays make him one of the most feared pass rushers in the league. Hendrickson also excels against the run, with a run defense grade of 91. 8, and he's good at forcing turnovers with 6 forced fumbles in 2025. His career totals of 64. 5 sacks and 228 pressures are impressive, especially considering he's been remarkably durable, missing only 5 games over his career. From a strategic perspective, acquiring Hendrickson would give the Falcons a much-needed edge in the NFC South. The division has become increasingly competitive, with the Saints and Panthers investing heavily in their defenses. The Saints, for example, are allowing only 4 yards per carry, and their defense ranks among the top in the league. The Falcons need a pass rush that can keep pace, and Hendrickson's elite burst and ability to win against blockers would help do just that. Plus, his experience and leadership, having been to the Pro Bowl 4 times from 2021 to 2024, would add a veteran presence to Atlanta's young defense. Now, it's important to understand the financial and strategic implications. The Falcons, under head coach Arthur Smith and general manager Terry Fontenot, have shown a willingness to be aggressive in free agency and trades, especially when it comes to bolstering their defense. They've restructured contracts to free up cap space, like clearing around $6 million through restructures, and with Hendrickson's potential contract being manageable through restructures as well, the move makes sense from a cap perspective. Currently, the Falcons are operating with a cap deficit of about $4 million, but restructuring contracts and pushing some cap hits into future years could facilitate this deal. Adding Hendrickson would not only boost the pass rush, but would also have ripple effects across the entire defense. His ability to generate pressure would relieve some of the burden on Grady Jarrett and other interior linemen, allowing them to focus on disrupting the pocket from the inside. The secondary, which has been decent but vulnerable to big plays, would also benefit from the increased pressure up front, forcing quarterbacks to hold the ball longer and giving Atlanta's coverage units more time to lock down receivers. The Falcons' defense, which ranked 15th in points allowed at 25 per game, could see that number dip further with a player like Hendrickson in the fold, especially since he's known for his knack for making game-changing plays, sacks, forced fumbles, and big pressures. Furthermore, Hendrickson's addition could help Atlanta's overall team identity. The Falcons are building a defense that plays with aggression and tenacity, and Hendrickson embodies that style perfectly. His history of disrupting offenses, combined with his ability to excel in high-pressure situations, would give Atlanta a versatile and dynamic pass rush. This, in turn, could elevate the entire team, giving the offense more opportunities to control the game and tighten the division race. From a broader perspective, this move could also have implications for the Falcons' Super Bowl aspirations. Hendrickson's presence on the edge, especially considering the current odds favoring Atlanta at plus 600 to win Super Bowl LX, could be the piece that pushes the Falcons from playoff contenders to genuine title challengers. His ability to generate pressures like the 54 in 2025 and his proven track record of producing sacks and disrupting offenses make him a player who can change the outcome of big games. If Atlanta can add him without giving up too much, it could be the strategic move that propels them into the elite tier of NFL teams. And let's not forget the emotional and leadership aspect. Hendrickson is a seasoned veteran who's been a consistent performer throughout his career, and his presence in the locker room would bring valuable leadership to a relatively young and talented Falcons defense. His experience in high-stakes games and his proven ability to perform against top offenses would be invaluable as Atlanta aims to make a deep playoff run in 2026. On the other side, the Bengals are navigating their own rebuild, with cap issues and a focus on developing their young core. They are likely willing to part ways with Hendrickson if the right offer comes along, especially given their cap constraints and the need to invest in their future. The fact that Cincinnati is reportedly open to trading Hendrickson shows how much they value flexibility and cap management at this stage of their rebuild. For the Falcons, this is a rare opportunity to acquire a proven elite pass rusher without giving up their entire future, especially if they can negotiate a manageable contract and leverage restructures. Looking ahead, if this trade happens, the Falcons' defense would immediately jump to being one of the most feared units in the NFC. Their sack totals would skyrocket, their pressures would increase, and their ability to shut down opponents' passing games would improve dramatically. It could change the landscape of their division, making them a more formidable contender for the playoffs and ultimately the Super Bowl. Hendrickson's impact could be felt from week 1, as Atlanta's coaching staff would likely tailor their game plan to maximize his strengths and create mismatches that opponents would struggle to handle. So fans, this potential move is one to keep a close eye on. It's a bold step, but if it materializes, it could be the defining move of Atlanta's offseason and a key ingredient in their quest for another Super Bowl appearance. The Falcons' front office has shown willingness to be aggressive when the opportunity arises, and acquiring a player like Hendrickson would certainly fit that mold. It's a move that energizes the fan base, boosts the team's overall talent level, and sets the stage for what could be a very exciting 2026 season. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Hendrickson is the missing piece to take this defense to the next level? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in red and black, wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. The offseason is heating up, and with moves like this, the Falcons are positioning themselves to be serious contenders in 2026. Let's keep the energy high, stay loyal, and get ready for what promises to be an incredible season ahead.